Welcome to the presentation on influences on emotional expression. Most people rarely express their emotions verbally. They also rarely say how they feel. Why is it that people fail to express their feelings? Our video will look into this question, as there are several reasons as to why people fail to share or express their feelings. We will look at factors such as culture, gender, social conventions, fear of self-disclosure, and emotional contingent. Research has shown that emotions such as happiness, sadness, fear, anger, and disgust are universally expressed facially. For example, a threatening stare is understood everywhere. Although these emotions are understood by many, the events that bring them about may not be the same for everyone. For example, the notion of eating snails might bring a smile of delight to some residents of Quebec, though it would cause many Canadians to grimace in disgust.
Gender. The way men and women express their emotion vary. Society tends to fit the gender biases. It's often said that men are unexpressive and unempathetic, and women are expected to be more emotional and expressive. Females are demonstrative and tend to express themselves in group situations such as group meetings or amongst a close set of girlfriends. This is where they are most likely to express their feelings of fear, loneliness, vulnerability, and more. Men are a bit different. Instead of opening up to groups, they tend to be more personal and will most likely discuss their inner thoughts with the ones they love. This is where males feel more comfortable revealing more personal matters without seeming expressive to the outside world. Males are only likely to open up to groups when discussing their strengths and positive emotions. Males have more fear of self-disclosure. This fits the gender bias that males want to portray themselves as strong and dominant and will only express their weakness with their mate because the emotional expression is misconceptually associated with weakness.
That was a sad movie, wasn't it?
It was alright.
Differences in sensitivity exist between the sexes. Women tend to have a higher sense of sensitivity in comparison to males, thus why they are more expressive. The Profile of Nonverbal Sensitivity, or S.O.N.S test, is a test that is based on accuracy in identifying nonverbal signals. Same sex versus opposite sex. Expression between the same sex and opposite sex has its differences. For example, males are less likely to express their emotion around fellow mates as opposed to the other sex. Submissive versus dominant. The gender bias is that males try to portray themselves as a more dominant figure, and females tend to be more submissive. Again, this relates to the level of expressiveness of each gender, as expression is associated with weakness and passiveness.
Social conventions. Social conventions are a set of acceptable actions, beliefs, and morals that are created and exist within a society. These recognized behaviors tend to be positive, although there are some negative aspects associated with them. Communicators using these constructs tend to conform and stay in line to provide a pleasant encounter with their listening individual, instead of truly expressing the raw context that is in one's mind. It is these approved emotions that keep other emotions that one may experience out of sight. It promotes and encourages cohesive behavior between the conversing parties. Emotions are mostly conveyed through visual stimulation rather than spoken word. It is through the visual process which individuals can acknowledge and portray the emotions sent by other individuals. For example, if an individual encounters someone that is in a bad mood, the observing individual will more likely become foul in mood. This phenomenon happens very rapidly with little communication. It is as if the feelings of other individuals are contagious and able to manipulate our own. Some people find it hard to confide in others about their emotional experiences. Fear of disclosure is the inability to truly express one's thoughts, beliefs, and morals to another individual because of the adverse situations that may arise from it. Many times, this fear can be attributed to trust issues. One may not express certain emotions because of its vast disapproval within society. The individual often hides their emotions behind a fakeated front to protect their status, being, or something they value. An example of this is hiding in the closet. This concludes our segment on emotional expression.